Good morning, everyone. My name is Lindsay Warden, and we're going to shift gears just a little bit, and I want to just spend a few minutes talking about a few tips and tricks to make sure everybody knows how to get the most that you can out of our Holstein USA website. So the first thing I want to talk about is some questions that we hear every day at the office, people calling into customer service or emailing us, just how to find some real general information, whether it's for their own herd or researching a herd for award applications. We can real quickly and easily find the number of excellent cows in a herd, the number of gold medal dams or dams of merit that they've bred, and also some tools to verify animal ownership, which we get a lot around junior show transfer deadlines. So we're going to talk just about the animal search first, a real basic tool on our website that's been available for many, many years. There's two ways to access the animal search. I've got them circled in red. There's a quick search box right here on the home page. You can enter either registration number or a name into that box and do a quick search. And then also along the top of the screen here, there's a button called Animal Search, and that gives you a few additional features. So the ones I'll talk about today, you can search by animal name. So you can obviously just type any name into the box, give it some year of birth restrictions if you want. And we also have the ability to search by owner prefix, and this is one I just wanted to give special highlight to because this is really neat because instead of just searching, you can type a prefix into the box, of course, and it will pull up all the animals named with that prefix. But if you search by owner prefix, that will actually bring up all the animals owned by that, any account that has that prefix. So even if the animal in the herd doesn't have the herd's prefix, it's a purchased animal, this will allow you to still view that animal in the search results. So this is a real neat tool when you're trying to do research for award applications and things like that. And of course there's a search for a registration number, and you can also search by a bull's NAB code. So if you've got a stud code you're not sure what bull it corresponds to, that we have a quick search for that on the Holstein site as well. So just a few things about the animal search results here that you can do. The first thing I want to mention, some of you that have used the animal search in the past have probably noticed that it's quite slow. It takes a long time to bring up search results. A few months ago we made some major improvements to the search functionality on the site, and now it's much quicker. When you go to sort things, it sorts much more quickly than it used to. So if you haven't used the animal search lately and you found it to be clunky in the past, we have made some improvements that we hope you'll find useful with that. So there's several different things. You can click any of these column headings to sort. I think it defaults to sort by name, but of course you can search by date of birth. You can also sort by final score, of course. So if you're wondering how many excellent cows your farm has bred, you can sort by final score, and it re-ranks them from highest to lowest. So that's a real quick way to find out that information. You can also pull up a family tree real quick, and you can do that just by clicking on the registration number, and that pulls up the family tree in a new box. So you can see the animal itself, sire, dam, maternal grandparents. On the animal search, or excuse me, on the family tree here, you can also view any haplotype codes if the animal's genomic tested. We have all the haplotype codes listed right on the family tree, and of course any official genetic conditions. So something that we're having happen real commonly now is if people are interested in purchasing an animal in a sale, or they just want to learn more about it, a lot of times they'll come and check out the haplotype codes to see if they're carrying anything they might not have had a genetic test for. That's been something people have been using a lot now that information is available on any animal, and of course that can be viewed at no charge. So just a few quick tips I wanted to share for using the animal search that you may or may not be aware of. Like I mentioned, in that quick search box on the home page, you can type in either name or registration number. You don't have to enter them any differently. One note about entering 840 registration numbers that are becoming more and more common. This is applicable for the animal search or anywhere on the Holstein website, including ordering pedigrees. When you're typing in that 840 registration number, The actual animal's registration number starts with a 3. So you might obviously have different numbers after it, but when you're typing in that registration number, always start with that first 3, and that's what you're going to type in to look up an animal by its registration number. So we've tried to add some additional explanatory text on the website, on the pedigree order pages and things like that, but that is how you enter those 840 registration numbers properly. One last quick tip, you can use an asterisk for a wild card. So if you know part of an animal's name but not the full thing, you can type in what you do know and then use that asterisk to kind of serve as a wild card and bring up more search results with that. So just a few quick tips on the animal search. So now I just wanted to highlight a few different ways that we have some different member and animal recognition. Some I'm sure you're familiar with, some you may not be quite as familiar with. So towards the bottom of our homepage, we have several popular lists. We have lots of classification lists. You can view recently classified daughters of high TPI bulls, view national production leaders. We have a pedigree analysis of the previous year's national show winners. That's something we've been doing for the last 3 or 4 years. We have highest registry activity bulls, so you can see what bulls your peers are using currently. And we also have 40 and 50-year member recognition lists. So the 50-year member recognition's something new we added a couple years ago. So again, as you're doing your different state recognition and activities, there's some information available real handy here on the website. This is just a picture of our high-scoring 2-year-olds list. I just wanted to point out on here that just like the animal search, you can sort by any of these column headings, including by state. So if you just want to see how your neighbor's last classification went, you can sort by state and check out other animals near you that have been scored recently.
How do you set it by state?
Yep, so you would just click on the state heading up in the search box. You just click on that and it'll automatically resort itself by state. And it's alphabetical, so lucky for California, you guys would be close to the top most of the time. All right, highest registry activity bull list. I just pulled this the other day. Mogul is far and away our most popular sire right now, but just an interesting way to get a feel for some of the bulls that registered breeders are using. And we also have some genetic information and averages about the dams of those calves, so you can see kind of the quality of cattle that each bull is being used on. All right, I wanted to point out our awards section. We have awards here in the main menu, and you can look at awards for individuals, animals, or herds. And what I wanted to especially point out here is that for any of the animal or herd awards, we try to make it as simple as possible to view current year winners as well as historic search. So you can click on awards, and then in this case animals here in the main menu, and then we have all of our major awards: gold medal dam, dam of merit, gold medal sire. And you can see this box up here in the upper right hand corner, and it says click here to search, in this case the gold medal dam list. So you can click on that and it brings you to this page. You can select a year. In this case I picked 2015, and you can also choose to view all states or just pick an individual state. So we'll look at 2015 winners from California, and we've got a pretty good list here, but again, just a real simple way to view current year award winners or previous winners from your state. You can view who they're owned by, pull a pedigree, and find out that information right there. And that would be the same for Progressive Breeders Registry, Progressive Genetics Herd Award, and different things like that. All right, so last year we launched a new mobile site, so I wanted to make sure everybody knew about that. So on your iPad, iPhone, Android phone, whatever smart device you have, you can go to services.holsteinusa.com. I recommend, if this is something you enjoy using, you can bookmark that and make it a little icon on your home screen. So what we really wanted to do with this was take a lot of the main features from our Holstein USA site and put them in a way that you could easily use on a mobile device. You can pull up our regular site on your smartphone, but it doesn't doesn't look that great. So this new mobile site is formatted so you can really quickly navigate around. And it's not the full site, but we really just pulled out the features that we thought would be most used and most useful to have access to in the palm of your hand. So we've got the animal search, you can view family trees, you can run the inbreeding calculator, view the popular classification list, and we also have some of our high-ranking bull lists on there. So services.holsteinusa.com is the URL for our mobile site, so I definitely encourage you to check that out if you haven't already. All right, so I just had a few last things I wanted to highlight here. We actually have a place you can go to the classification page under Programs and Services in the main menu and actually enroll online for your classification. So if you know you're scoring soon, you can actually come right on the website, fill out your classification application without ever having to pick up the phone. And that's just a screenshot of it. We're working on some kind of making the technology in our classification department a little more robust. So one thing that we'll be rolling out in the coming months is we'll actually be doing email notifications when you have an upcoming classification. So actually you'll get an email right in your inbox, be able to click a link to come here on the website and get that all done right online if you'd like to. All right, a few final things to mention. One new thing that we started last year that's kind of neat is we have a series of videos called What's Up at Holstein. So they're really easy to find on the website. It's usually the main homepage picture is our latest What's Up video. But usually these are just 3 to 10 minute videos about a current topic that's going on. We've had just some general kind of Holstein education stuff, talking about upcoming meetings and events. So definitely, we usually have at least one new one a month, sometimes more frequently. So gives you one more reason to check out the Holstein USA homepage. We also have links in the main menu for latest news, so you can view press releases. We also have a national calendar of events, so that highlights major trade shows we're going to be at, deadlines for submitting your genomics, release dates for genomics, deadlines for award applications, all that stuff you can find right there. And also we have a state calendar of events. And this is something that we allow states to email us any events they have, and we post it on there. So even if the state doesn't have their own website, they can still direct their members to the state calendar events to have kind of an online home to help people learn about what's going on there. And we also have a button in the main menu called Forms and Applications. So if you're ever looking for a transfer form or an award application, genetic condition statements and things like that. Pretty much any form or application that you would need from Holstein. We have PDFs for everything on there except a registration application because they can't be printed at home because they need special ink, but anything else you can come right on the Holstein website and print off if you need it. I wanted to, of course, point out we have a special homepage just dedicated for our junior members. It's just holsteinusa.com/juniors. One exciting thing we've been doing for the last couple years, and we've continued on this year, is each quarter we have what's called an online junior contest. So this year we've had a video contest, a recipe contest. We just wrapped up a photo contest, and we also had a mating contest. So these are neat because they're open to any junior member of Holstein USA, and of course they don't have to travel or attend an event. They can just complete the task at home and send it in. And we have cool prizes. Actually, we have one grand prize winner for each contest, and they get a Kindle Fire. So we do have some neat prizes for the kids that participate on that. So we do press releases and try and announce those when we have them coming up, but we do have a new one each quarter, and you can find information about that on the junior homepage. All right, just wanted to mention we do have several places that we're available online. Of course, we're on Facebook at Holstein Association USA, on Twitter at Holstein USA is our Twitter handle, and we do have our YouTube channel that has several videos on it, including these videos that we're taking from today's meeting we'll be posting on YouTube, of course, and that's just youtube.com/HolsteinUSA.